Overcoming imposter syndrome is no easy feat, especially after research shows that for women, experiencing imposter syndrome is almost unavoidable. Still, there are a few ways to discover our innate confidence. Are you too hard on yourself? Do you brush off that compliment by saying, "Oh, I just got lucky"? Most people, even the most successful among us, have moments of self-doubt and admitted moments of weakness. But that doesn't take away from your hard work or the accomplishments that you've achieved. It's important to recognize and celebrate what you've done well, not as a happy accident, but because of your hard work. Let's look at how to overcome imposter feelings of inadequacy.
7 ways to fight imposter syndrome at work. A natural place for imposter syndrome to pop up is at work. In the beginning, that anxiety of needing to be perfect might motivate you, but eventually that constant anxiety can lead to burnout, depression, or low self-esteem. Here are a few things you can do to combat the ways imposter syndrome shows up at work. Number 1, stop being a perfectionist. Statistically, women are less likely to apply for a job if they don't meet 100% of the qualifications, according to Slate. Meanwhile, men will give it a shot even if they only qualify for about 60% of the criteria. As women, we tend to think that we must do everything perfectly before it quote-unquote counts. Many of the personality traits of a perfectionist can lead to imposter syndrome. You can start to overcome imposter syndrome by recognizing that you don't have to be perfect. No one is. If you made one mistake in a presentation, you didn't completely screw it up. You may not know everything in your field, but who does? And you don't have to. It doesn't mean you're an imposter. It means you are smart enough to continue learning. Asking a question when you aren't sure or admitting a gap in your knowledge can actually make you look more confident in the long run. Number 2, redefine success and celebrate your accomplishments. Some of us feel like we won't be good enough until we've had the perfect bank account, marriage, kids, career, home, car, shoes, and hair, and whatever success looks like to you, said filmmaker Abiola Abrams. Stop comparing yourself to the stereotypes of success, especially how others portray themselves through social media. Define what success means to you and list all the ways you've already achieved this. Not only will you be on the path to fighting imposter syndrome, but you'll recognize the areas where you still have work to do. And as you know, high-achieving gals always love a well-defined goal. Number 3, ride the confidence wave. Even those who suffer from imposter syndrome also have moments of extreme confidence. Maybe you absolutely nailed that quarterly report, contributed great ideas to a meeting, or earned a bonus. Dr. Young advises that we ride that wave and savor those moments. Use that feeling of confidence to encourage even greater confidence and a strong belief in what you're doing. It may help to keep a journal of your successes to look back on when you're feeling unsure of your abilities and to save performance reviews, LinkedIn endorsements, or any other written compliment people have given you. Number 4, dress and act the part. Ever heard the phrase, fake it till you make it? If you start acting more confidently, you'll begin projecting that confidence and soon you'll fool yourself into believing you really aren't a fraud. Or more accurately, you will accept your true inner greatness. Maintain an elegant and confident stance in the workplace and choose your words to reflect strength and confidence. Avoid wishy-washy qualifiers like I think or I guess, and say what you mean. Project your confidence through your wardrobe, body language, and speech. Number 5, find positive role models. Just a quick search on the internet will show you that the world is filled with strong, smart women, many of them high-profile execs, authors, and even performance stars, who confess to having imposter syndrome. Looking at these women can make us feel better about our own self-doubts. Find professional and personal mentors you can trust in your own life who are willing to share their own stories of overcoming imposter syndrome and give you the boost you need. Whether you're an entry-level employee or the boss, don't forget to connect with capable people at the same career stage for advice and to reassure you that what you're feeling is totally normal. Number 6, find inspiration in fiction. No matter how we try to act the part and surround ourselves with other successful women, a little voice inside may tell us that projecting confidence is not attractive, feminine, or proper. That's when you should turn to your favorite fictional characters, whether on TV, in books, or on blogs. You won't see these women brushing off a compliment, although they may face doubts as they head into the task. And maybe that's what overcoming imposter syndrome is about, feeling the fear and moving forward anyway. Number 7, recognize when it's deeper than imposter syndrome. As the phrase imposter syndrome gained traction, we all became guilty of using it to write off lots of things. In the process, many of us neglected to call some things what they really were. Things like diagnosed mental health conditions, institutional racism, bias, sexism, marginalization, toxic cultures. Sometimes it's not imposter syndrome. Sometimes it's way deeper and darker than feelings of self-doubt that you could harbor about yourself. Additional tools like therapy can be helpful, but we'd also recommend this article by Harvard Business Review. We'll link to that in the description. It covers the circumstances that are commonly mistaken for imposter syndrome and deliciously debunks them. Like I said, we'll link to that in the description.